All right, gentlemen, you are on the hot seat, the Sound Girl Pod hot seat. All right.
Beautiful, beautiful.
You're ready to play with us?
Yep.
Lights, camera, action. Jiro, what event in your past are you too scared to talk about?
What's a deal breaker for you in a relationship?
All right. Guys, we have a question for you from courtesy of Game Nights. Jonathan,
Yeah.
when did you lose your ability to dream like a child?
The day I entered school. The day I entered the school system is the day that dreaming like a child ended.
Okay.
Because of the way we were taught to think about things. We were never taught how to just naturally look at things and go pursue them. That is the day.
You felt like there was a conditioning.
Yes. And the day I started dreaming again is the day I finished school. Yes.
What point of school? Is this high school, university?
No, actually
All school.
active, yes. Actually from when I was in kindergarten, the way we were formed to think. I think that's the time when ability to think, especially now when I see my children and the way they think. I'm fearing entering school might alter their free minds. So that's the context, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, umesema ni 844. Eric, when did you lose your ability to dream like a child?
For me, it's when I started seeing my younger siblings depending on me. And now I started playing like the role of a parent, being a firstborn. It made me now start thinking like like a parent.
Yeah,
More than I've never gone back to dreaming like a kid.
Like a
Yeah, like a child.
child. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Still on you, Eric. Do you believe all sin is equal?
No.
Why?
First, it's in the context of what is sin.
What is sin to you?
So to me, sin is more of, according to even how I've been taught in the church I go to, it is losing the mark. So, and the mark here is Christ. So when you lose the mark, the things that follow are what people call sin
Yeah.
most of the time, but they are just like the fruits of the sin. So if I kill or I steal, it's just emanating, or it is coming from the main thing.
Yes.
They're losing the. So to me, that's the threshold. So whoever who has lost that threshold
Has sin.
can kill, can steal, can do anything. So to me, there is no greater sin or lesser sin. Sin is just one, losing the mark. Once you have lost, you can do all these,
Yeah.
the rest of the things.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. The last question. This is from Christian Culture. Jonathan,
Yes.
do you believe God gives you choices, or are events in your life predetermined? Do you believe
Where-
God gives you choices, or are events in your life predetermined? Let's go.
Wow, guys. I'm doing a disservice to all pastors watching.
Let's go. Shoot the shot.
I'll answer it this way. In the micro, yes, we make choices. In terms of when we come to the day-to-day, we
Yes.
think we make choices. But in the macro, I feel some of these things have been predetermined. And it's a tough conversation. And I think where I am right now, I feel that there's a lot of things I don't have control over because I think they were meant to be that way. But at least God has given me the ability to try and make some of these choices, which eventually I come see they were not from me anyway. So yes, I believe in free will, but I also feel that the sovereignty of God and having predestined directions for our paths
Yeah.
takes the preeminence over free will.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Eric, I'll ask you another question. Don't answer that one.
Okay.
What do you think Jonathan does better than anyone else you know?
Hey,
Look at him in the eye and tell him, brother, this is what I think. What do you think Jonathan does better than anyone else you know?
Where?
Sentimental.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have been best friends for a long time, so those are things
Long
that should
time.
be on your fingertips, right?
About 10 years.
That question, I don't know how I'll answer it.
You just answer.
To me, Jonathan is so good at how will I put it? Like I can share with him something that I can't explain. Then I tell him to explain it to you, and he will come out so clear the way I had thought about it, and in ways I can never even be able to explain it to you.
Okay.
I think him being an extrovert has given him that skill. I don't know whether it's a skill or a talent or what, but the way he talks, even when it comes to like getting into deals with people, like I envy that.
Yeah, okay.
I really like it.
Okay.
So anytime I want to communicate anything to anyone,
You'll tell it to
I
him.
will always go to Jonathan because I know he will communicate it to people in the best way possible than I can. Because I have the ideas, but I can't. I'm an introvert, so I can't
Yes.
let them out or I can't communicate
Okay.
very well. But him,
He does it very
and
well.
he will, me and him, it is like Moses and Aaron.
And Aaron. That's actually such a perfect description.
Yeah.
All right. Jonathan, what do you think Eric does better than anyone else you know?
Now, do you know people who see things in a totally different perspectives
That is so true.
than anybody else?
Yes.
And sometimes you feel as if it's ako sawa, because he's actually thinking very differently from the 10 of you.
Yes.
That is Eric.
That is true.
And the way he looks at things, actually, anytime I have a problem, like the other day, I wanted to call him so that he can first of all give me his perspective. Because there is a way he looks at things very, very differently,
That is true.
very detailed on both sides.
It's so profound.
Yeah, so that he does not, it's like he does not, he's very objective, not emotional. So he becomes a person who is, if you want soberness, Eric is a guy to talk to. In my entire circle of my friends, he's only one who has that ability.
Yeah.
So, and I will finish by saying like this. It makes me look smart when I go to other people. Because I call him, he gives me his opinion, and his opinion is what I use. So I go to people, and then I use his opinion. I look the smarter one.
But he's also very smart.
Yes, but generally, let me tell you, I'm because of being an extrovert, sometimes my opinion is biased by not wanting to hurt people.
Yeah,
and so I would sometimes not think a certain way.
Yeah.
Also, my mind goes faster in terms of I want to give a solution faster without thinking.
Yes.
But Eric will have already thought about it, or rather, even how he thinks about it. He's slow. I think there is that strength I have not seen in everybody. And I'm telling you, those are some of the things that made me even be friends with him and even be business partners. Because there is a security you feel in how he...
So true.
Yes, so that part of Eric, that's his strength. I would say the way Pani says it, that's his superpower.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's it, guys. It's a wrap. Thank you
It's a
so
wrap.
much for participating in our game night.
It's a wrap.
Video. Be sure to get your games. Where should people get their games from? Jonathan and Eric, where should people get their games from?
From Games Night 254.
Fantastic.
Games Night 254. Everything about family.
All right, and that's a wrap, guys. Thank you for answering these questions.
Yep.
Where should people get their games from?
From
Forgot
it. Game night. Games night.
Game nights.
Game
Game
nights.
Game
Yes.
nights.
254.
Oh.
Yes, so this video was courtesy of Game Nights 254. Be sure to get.
Sirudie tena hatuwezi mepost hiyo kitu hivyo.
Ndio inaweza kupostiwa sasa.
2,000 years later, 6.5 hours later, a few inches later.
All right, and that's a wrap. Thank you guys for participating. We
Yeah.
really enjoyed having the session with you. Where should people get these games and questions from?
From Game Nights 254.
254.
Fantastic. Did you enjoy?
We enjoyed it, and I hear there's a lot of games for couples, for families, for fathers, and for parents and children.
Yes.
I mean, they make you think,
Yeah.
right? So, Game
deep
Night
conversations.
254. Go buy your game.